Hello everyone, this is a very quick guide, walkthrough, explanation on how I got the Benevolent Leader achievement slash trophy in Fallout 4. I did it in Covenant, we did the quest line, which is spoilers of course, but you can do this, I would say, probably in any settlement. I've done it in Covenant because it's one that I had that was not connected to any supply lines. So it's very important that you don't have it connected to supply lines if you want to use the same method I used. If you want to use a different method, that's absolutely fine. But for my method that I used, I had no supply lines coming to Covenant. I went to another settlement and
Ain't looking for
transferred
trouble.
this gentleman here
No.
to Covenant, and I ignore the dead bodies. I then put him some food into the workshop here. I wasn't sure if just corn and melon would work or whether all this stuff would work. So I just shoved a load of food in here. As you can see, I just shoved whatever I had on me into the workshop and left it there. We have food here, but none of it is actually assigned. If I go quickly into here, you can see that I've got one person, 0 food, 12 water, 5 power, 29 defense, and 11 beds. Happiness is at 100 because I have the achievement and I unlocked just moments ago. This is what I have here, and you can see none of this is assigned. I put some down just in case it did anything to the happiness. I don't know if it did. I couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is the method on how I did it. Now, I'm sure there are better ways out there. I bet that some of you want to go and type, oh, you should have done this. All I can say to you is that this worked. If it works for me, can work for you. So, this is what I have. I have a level 2 bar here because that also puts happiness up quite a bit. As you can see, I surrounded this
Remember the
gentleman
last time I
by
had
potted
anything
plants
to
because that also raises happiness. I don't know if they need to be in close proximity to the potted plants or if it works just by being in the settlement. But I thought I'll hedge my bets and stick them next to him. So once I transferred him from,
lost
I think it
track
was
of how
10
many
Pines Bluff,
blisters I
I
got.
built him a bar and put him in charge of the bar, left him there, built some plants around him, built a couple of rugs because rugs increase happiness. I put him down a power generator just in case that did anything. I don't know if it did, but it worked for me. Then I built 2 beds, one for me and one for him, because the beds at Covenant just happen to be ones that you can't sleep in. So there's mine, that's his over there, or vice versa. As you can see, you can't sleep in these own beds because that's not how it works. So once you've done that, transfer the settler, have a bar level 2. Obviously, you need the perks to unlock that as well. Some pot plants, some other bits and pieces that improve happiness. There's also a cat here, which I thought might add to the happiness as well. Again, you can do this in lots of different settlements. There's lots of ways of doing this, is what I'm saying. There's no one correct method. This is just a method that I found worked for me. Your experiences may vary, but this did genuinely work for me. What I did then once I put him here was I just left. I just left him to it. I went into some other missions. I actually went to Nuka-Cola World, did some missions there. I came back and he was on 95% happiness. From 95% happiness, it seems to get a little tricky and you need to be here for the happiness to go up. So what I did was I just slept in one of the beds. I wandered around. I built a few things. I built this scavenging station and
Yes.
scrapped a few things, did a few bits and pieces, wandered around basically. There were some bits back here to scrap, so I scrapped those and I did some other bits and pieces. And I found that it took about half an hour of real time, like my time, maybe 45 minutes of just wandering around in here. Um, Scrapping things because you can't in Covenant you can't pick up everything, but you can scrap them. Again, depending on which settlement you're using, your experience may vary for that as well. And I was sleeping then for 24 hours or 20 hours. I was always waking up when the time said. There's easier ways of checking it, but I'll just do this. When the time said middle of the day, so that he was in
All
bed.
we have to get up.
So he wasn't in bed, he was in work, he was here, so that I wasn't waking up when he was asleep or waking up in the middle of the night. I don't know if that contributed again. All I can say is that it worked for me. So once you've got this kind of setup, this if you look at the top there, You don't need food because you would need another person here then to work the food. So if you had two settlers here, you'd have like one person on the bar, one person on the food. You just run the risk of managing two different people. You know what I mean? That's the problem I think that a lot of people get with it. So this is what I've done. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but this was easy and it worked for me with very little effort. It was very easy in the end. I think there's a lot of people who go to a lot more effort in order to get this achievement trophy. To me, it excuse me. To me, it was very very easy, very very easy. The only effort I put in was right at the end for that half an hour or so. So yeah, thank you. Take care and have a good day.